Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Mike here. Hope you're having a great day or night. Today I'll be doing a lot of listing. I'm going to stay really busy. It's pretty good. It's going to be a hot day today. It's going to be like 107 or something crazy. So probably just going to stay in, get some work done, get some stuff listed, go through. I got piles of board games that are piling up. I got stuff that's piling up where I got to find out if I'm missing parts to it or see if it's complete. So I got to deal with that mumbo jumbo. Other than that, in today's video, I'll show you guys what sold recently on the platforms. So let's see what we do today. So I got these board games a while back. These are these bookshelf board games. We got Bazaar and Rail Baron. And I just got around to it today to finally going through and just making sure the parts and pieces are in there. And just kind of show you guys how I do it with board games. You know, I'm a nut when it comes to polybags, so I just think it looks professional. You know, when you look at this, when a buyer gets this, I mean, it's complete, it's brand, it almost looks like it's brand new. But just the added touch of putting, you know, all the board pieces in its own little poly bag, you know, its little Ziploc bag, etc., etc. Here, this one I didn't do anything like that, but I did just put some twist ties on these parts here, and the easy way to kind of organize this, rather than putting them in poly bags, you just put them in these little twist ties, and then you can just kind of keep them all together. So, yeah, so, now that both of these are complete, I tested them. There's some great websites that are out there. Sometimes you can find the part list inside of a lot of these board games, but sometimes not. You could just Google it or look on eBay and you get pictures. And there's websites that show you what pieces go to what games, etc., etc. So I'm gonna photograph these and get these listed and get them sold. And this is why they call them bookshelf board games, because they kind of look like they belong on a bookshelf. So you get that look like where it's, hey, is that a book? But yeah, these are cool games. They're desirable. This one should bring some good money unless people are taking the prices. But they're definitely worth picking up if you see them out and about, that's for sure. So I don't know what it is lately, but I've seen 3 or 4 messages on my YouTube channel here in the past week or two where people are like, you actually test those? I don't test any of them. And I'm like, wow. You know, I like to pride myself on when we sell items online, whether it's eBay, Amazon, Etsy, that it works. We test it and it works, you know. I've seen people say, we never test vinyl records, and I've been selling for 45 years, and et cetera, et cetera. Now, again, I mean, I'm just blown away when people actually admit that. And, you know, it's just, test your stuff, you know. I mean, if you don't want to test it, and you're just like, hey, it's just a bunch of junk, and somebody's going to pay for it, you know, if it skips, it's their problem. You're really not going to be a long-term business doing that, in my opinion, you know. I saw somebody say something about a Polaroid camera where, like, you know, oh, I don't have time to test Polaroid cameras, it's costly to do so, and I'm like, it's not that hard. You just put a little the film in there and bada bing, it's done, you know. But I just thought it was unique and strange and funny that, and saddening that there's people out there that are resellers that really don't give a crap about actually what they're selling. They're always concerned about the money, which that's great. That's the whole point of what we're doing here. But you got to stand behind a quality product, right? I mean, if you're buying stuff, that's like saying, hey, yeah, I picked the bins and I go through garbage of clothing, but when you bring it home, you just slap it on the bed. You never look for any holes or any imperfections, you know? I mean, let me ask you this, for you guys that are out there doing that, not testing anything, I mean, would you be upset if somebody sold you a car and said, yeah, it works, it's great, it's amazing, and then you get it and you're driving down the road and it breaks down? You know, how would you feel? I don't know. I could just say, with my opinion, I test everything that I get. It doesn't take too much time, and there's no much cost involved with it. But it's the little things that, like, just testing the stuff and guaranteeing that stuff works goes a long way. And when you're doing stuff and you're selling stuff that you've never tested, like I saw a comment a year ago. Somebody was selling video games and didn't know how to test them, and it's like, no wonder the customer left the negative feedback, you know, because you didn't test it. And they were throwing a fit like, well, why is it my fault that I got negative feedback? Well, you know, then because you didn't test the game. Why sell broken things? I don't know. I know a little bit of a rant here, but leave your comment down below. Leave your opinion down below. Do you test things? Do you have pride in your business? If not, it's cool. No big deal. Don't affect me. I'm just going to keep trucking along. Let's see what kind of goodies we got here. Just wanted to clean these up here. This appears to be some kind of pill box. Got an American Eagle on there. Little flag. Pretty cool. Some earrings, cross. This is like a, looks like a big lighter cover there, but it's got a coin on there, buffalo nickel. So I don't know, I just decided, you know, there was just sitting around, might as well clean it up, make it look pretty, see what we can get for it, maybe just put in a big lot of jewelry, etc., etc. So, yeah, I love this ultrasonic cleaner. This thing rocks. There's no doubt about it. I think it's like 30, 40 bucks on Amazon, but you could clean so many different things from eyeglasses to metals, coins, etc., etc. This came up with a storage unit from about a year ago. It's a vintage 1993 Post-it Notes 3M. Why did the man? Funny new old stock. Just Post-its. This sold for $9.40 shipped on Etsy. Picked this up at a flea market for $5. It's I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing this brand correctly. Crumrine, Reno, Nevada, Western Cowboy Silver Gold Leaf Vintage Belt Buckle. See, they got the print on there. Appears to be new. It's got the sticker on there. Yeah, pretty cool little piece here. Definitely some blingy bling. Sold for $30.01 shipped on eBay. Paid 50 cents for this at a thrift shop. So there's a tag there. This is a Mills Basketball Gray Tri-Blend Rayon Russell Jim USA Vintage T-shirt size medium. It's kind of like a general school shirt. This sold for $20.02 shipped and took 63 days to sell on eBay. Here's a consignment deal. This is an Adidas Muhammad Ali 5th Street Boxing Gym Florida Gray graphic t-shirt size large. Sold for $20 shipped and took less than a week to sell on eBay. This came out of a magazine lot I picked up some time ago. Had pennies in this stuff. This is a Women's Day magazine from October 2016. And just a single issue magazine that's sold on Amazon for $6.49 shipped. This came out of that big book lot that we purchased last year. This is a paperback book, V.C. Andrews, Brooke. This sold for $5.26 shipped on Amazon. Here's Johnny. This came out with storage units, The Shining paperback book from 1978 by Stephen King. And this sold for $5.96 shipped on Amazon. This also came out of a storage unit I picked up last year. This is The Bearded Lady hardcover book from 1999. This sold for $6.13 shipped. And here, just listed this yesterday. It's a Whitney Houston. It's a self-titled vinyl LP record. This came out of a vinyl lot that I picked up last year as well. It seems like everything I listed last year is selling, which is fine. Anyways, literally sold within a couple hours on Amazon, and it sold for $9.99 shipped. On to what sold on Steve's. This came out of a storage unit that we picked up and tested and everything. Just couldn't get this thing to work. So we sold it for parts. It's a Nintendo Game Boy Advance Silver handheld video game system for parts. And I put in the description exactly what was wrong with it. Took a little while to sell, but it eventually flipped for $18 shipped. Picked this up for $1 at a thrift shop. It's on eBay, I want to say for about 30 days. It's a men's affliction shirt. And it sold for $13.50 shipped. Showed you guys this in a live haul video with me and Kim some weeks back. It's a Nirvana Kurt Cobain pinstripe glasses gray grunge rock retro t-shirt, size medium. Paid roughly $1 for this shirt and took an offer for $16 with free shipping. So Kim's helped me with this mess of stuff here that was in the garage. It was in a box. It's a bunch of cards, a bunch of random stuff here, but there were some interesting pieces in here, guys, that I want to show you guys. Okay, Kim, what do we have here?
So we found some different things like a mortgage payment. You can see that for $30.78.
Dang, 30 bucks? From what year?
That was 1945.
45, so that's the World War II.
This is 1949, their gas bill, 87 cents. So I thought that was kind of cool.
What state was this, Michigan?
Michigan,
okay.
Yeah. So a war ration book, this I thought was fabulous. It still has the stamps in it. You can see that. Let me turn it here. So some for grain and the spare, and so I thought that was really cool. Neat little book that they would have had to have cut out When we looked that up, that was 1940s as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 40s. One sold in terrible condition for what, $20?
Yeah, so this is in really good condition. They would have had to have cut it out and that. Couple different brochures for Greenfield Village, which was the Henry Ford village. So one obviously older than the other, and the maps are different inside.
Yeah, show one of the maps
the
because
village.
we couldn't find anything like that online with the maps, which I think are kind of cool. Where it shows you like.
So there's a map of the village. It's got numbers on it, and then on the back it tells you what each of the numbers mean.
What do you think it's worth? $1 million? $1 million.
That would be great. That would be awesome. And then this, I really got a kick out of. This was from the school year 1930 and 1931, and this was somebody's 8th grade report card. So what I thought was really interesting were some of the subjects that were on there. You don't really see citizenship or nature study very often, so that was pretty cool.
Different time back then. So show them that book, okay? So we're just going to lot one
yeah.
up. Okay, so we've got all this mess of stuff here. We're going to break them into lots and sell them. Some individual pieces will sell. But this one here, tell them about this. It's a Shirley Temple, like, scrapbook.
Yeah, Shirley Temple scrapbook, so...
all right, so yeah, this thing's pretty fragile, huh?
Yeah, the pages are just falling apart. But, you know, it's Eastwood Park, who should you marry, that kind of thing. But let me find...
There's like cards in here.
Yeah, let me find those postcards.
This is back from what,
1935, 1936. There were some postcards in here, though, that I was reading that were absolutely fascinating. Here they are.
Yeah, here's some ones. These are postcards, right?
Yeah. Let me back it up. It's this other page.
Okay. They're brittle. I mean, I don't even want to take them off the paper.
No, you can't.
They're ripped.
But
I'm going to sell this one big lot.
for the girls from the boys, let me just go to this one. Fair deceiver, I did not know until last night that you had a glass eye. Woman, you have deceived me, and our engagement is off. If I had married you, perhaps I would have found out that you had a cork leg, wore a wig, and chewed your gum with false teeth. Anyway, I don't think you could boil water without burning it. I want a girl that can do several things besides rubbing lip rouge on my cheek. Chase around, girly, and get another guy.
What's the copyright there? It's crazy.
1926.
1926.
So pretty crazy. This one's a cool one too. It's during Prohibition. He's got his hip flask asking her to go out. So
as always, we'll keep you posted. I'm gonna do some more research on this because there's so much in here, and there's no way I could show with photographs exactly everything in there.
Yeah, there's just fun little cards. 1935. What your future husband's going to look like.
Some pretty cool stuff. And what is that wacky sailor? It's this guy.
That's her future husband, maybe. Great greeting cards. You know, the old-fashioned greeting cards. Yep. Cheerio.
So we'll see what we get for this and keep you guys posted. So thanks for watching today's video. If you did enjoy today's video, hit the thumbs up. Gonna stay busy here listening to a lot of stuff I got to list. Try to make some cashola. Gotta make that cashola. The next time I'm out here, peace, vlog, over.